My name is Chris Nugent. I'm the band director here at Broadway Christian School, and on behalf of my associate, Mr. Chris Brown, I just want to welcome you to the Barbara B. Barker Auditorium on this rainy Tuesday night for our festival concert. Let's start with a word of prayer. God, thank you so much for these folks. They represent families and friends, students who love someone who's going to perform tonight. And so, Father, just thank you for them and their commitment to supporting and encouraging one another in your name. I pray for the students that can perform, that you would help them to do their very, very best. They have worked so diligently. Honor that hard work. Honor their diligence. And Father, we pray above all that you would be glorified in everything that we do this evening. In Jesus' name, amen. So what is a festival concert? Well, this is our opportunity to show you what we do after marching band season. I can't tell you, 21 years of teaching, every year we get to the last football game and never fails, somebody comes up, shakes my hand, what a great football season, I love that halftime show. What do y'all want to do the rest of the year? I said, just come and see. And so that's what tonight is. This is our festival concert. We've been working on 3 pieces of music from both the high school and the junior high as we prepare for the Super Bowl of concert band. It's music performance assessment. We go in the morning to Vestavia Hills High School and we'll perform 3 pieces of music for adjudicators who will sit up in the balcony. 3 crusty old band directors that don't know us and don't like us, and their job is to sit and pick us apart. It is so much fun. I love it. And so we're going to share our music with you this evening. We'll start with our junior high band. And their first tune is entitled Starfire Fanfare. So a fanfare is a short musical work that's used to announce the arrival of a really special person or a really special event or something that really means a whole lot to someone, the composer, the one who commissioned the work. You might think of John Williams' Olympic fanfaring theme. Written in 1984, you can't help but hear the first couple of bars of that and get pumped up for the Olympics. All Hail to the Chief gets played every time the American president walks into a room. Well, this song, Starfire Fanfare, was written to celebrate the handiwork of our Creator. Psalm 19:1 says, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims his handiwork." So this fanfare celebrates the beautiful night sky. This is Starfire Fanfare. So the word Imperium is Latin for absolute power or control. And it's encouraging in times like ours where there's a lot of chaos and confusion in the world to know that we serve a God who is in complete control and we can trust Him. So this short little work is written by Michael Sweeney, and it depicts ultimate authority and power. It uses really strong accents, big power chords, lots of really exciting percussion writing. This is Michael Sweeney's Imperium. Could you hear the authority? All those accents strong. They are small in number, but man, they are mighty in spirit. Amen? They are good job. They're doing a fantastic job. It takes a lot of courage to sit on a stage, 21 strong, and fill up the room with their sound. I'm so proud of their hard work. A few thank yous before we wrap up this portion of the program. First, I want to just say thank you to Miss Shelby Pilgrim and the Winter Guard. I'll give them a big round of applause. They were our hostesses this evening in passing out our programs, and we're so grateful for them and proud of them too. Just a few weeks ago, they went to the Hoover Odyssey Winter Guard competition, and they took second place in their division, and we are super excited for this coming weekend. They're going to state championship. Y'all give them another round of applause. Another of our visual ensembles, it's visual ensemble person, singular. Savannah Daniels is our majorette in the fall, and she just competed at the state level, and she was first place state champion as a solo twirler. Y'all give Savannah a cheer. Huge shout out to Patrick and Eli. That's our sound and light crew. They make sure that you can hear me and that we look super sharp up here. We appreciate Patrick and Eli. Thank you so much to Karen Milton. Oh, yeah, give Patrick and Eli a big round of applause. Karen Milton and her crew make sure that all the students look sharp on the stage. I'll give Miss Milton and her friends a big round of applause. And then later on this evening, after the high school performance, we'll all get to have opportunity to enjoy a reception in the upper gymnasium, the high school gymnasium, and we're really grateful to Beverly and Misty for their coordination of that. Y'all give them a big round of applause. And then lastly, a word of congratulations. In January each year, students in the state of Alabama have an opportunity to compete for a spot in the All-District and All-State Honor Band. It's a big deal. They have to learn several pieces of prepared music, some scales, and they go and compete. In our area, they compete with students throughout Jefferson and Shelby County schools, regardless of the size of the school. If you're in 7th or 8th grade, you go and compete in the middle school division. If you're a 9th and 12th grader, you go and compete in the high school division. We're really excited that Bryce was selected as a member of the All-District and the All-State Band. Bryce, congratulations. So Colossians 3:23 says, whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for man. So earlier this semester, the students received a What's Your Whatever t-shirt. And as students, they have a lot of whatevers. So if they're in junior high math, Mr. Bart's IXLs, those are part of their whatever. It's what they have been given and they have to work hard at it. If maybe you're part of your whatever is soccer, or maybe it's practicing basketball, whatever chores your parents give you, loving on your family and your friends, those are all part of your whatever. And for these students, part of their whatever is making beautiful music for the Lord and for you. And so we talked about just working really hard at whatever it is that's set before us. This last piece that they're going to perform for you is called Drive. And you'll listen to it and you can envision a car racing down the road, burning rubber, turning the corners. It's a really cool chart. But I envision more just that internal drive, that hard work that these students have put in. If you were here for our Christmas concert, to hear the growth from December to March of these junior high students, it's just a reflection of their hard work and their dedication to doing whatever was put before them and doing it with their whole heart. And so give them another big round of applause right before we take the last piece. All right, this is Drive. It's a lot of fun. It's their favorite. We're going to take a brief intermission and make a quick set change. Great opportunity to go get some water, go to the restroom, talk to your friends, and we'll be right back. Give us about 5 minutes. Well, our first tune for the high school band is a John Philip Sousa special. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but John Philip Sousa was a big baseball fan. He was a pitcher, and he owned his own baseball team. Patrick, would you share the first slide? So, we'll give it just a second. Yeah, so right there in the... No, that's the wrong one. That's Mr. Brown. Go to the next one. There we go. So right there in the middle, John Philip Sousa's the guy in the beard. He's the pitcher for his very own team. It says Sousa. You see it right across the front? Isn't that awesome? Well, he was a big fan, and he even met with the commissioner of baseball. Go to the next slide there. Oh, no. So that's when Dr. Brower invited me to come and be the band director. Sorry, next slide, next slide. So this is John Philip Sousa on the left, and he is trading weapons with the commissioner of the baseball. So he's handing him a baton, and the commissioner is handing him a baseball bat. This first piece that we're going to play, thanks Patrick, this first piece we're going to play, National Game, is written in honor of John Philip Sousa and America's favorite pastime. This is a baseball march. I'm going to ask you to listen about 2/3 of the way through. If you listen, you'll hear the pitcher wind up and give a fastball, and you'll hear the batter rear up and then hits a home run. You listen for that, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about as soon as you hear it. This is National Game. Could you hear it? Isn't that a fun chart? Well, yeah. Well, I have often heard that sports is a great analogy for life. Haven't you heard that so many times? Mr. Brown, would you mind getting our basketball goal up? Coach Curley, where's Coach Curley? Could you come on up here for a second? Where's Emma? I need Emma too. Come on up, Emma. Yeah, y'all give Coach Curley and Emma a big round of applause. I've often heard that sports is a great analogy for life. It's also a great analogy for band. We'll put that right there. Good, come on, Coach. You stand right there. Hey, did y'all know that Coach Curley was in the band? Patrick, show what I'm talking about. Let's see. Here we go. Look at that guy. Wow. Look at that hair. Yeah, he was styling. Coach Curley was a band student and a basketball superstar. So we're going to put you on the spot, Coach. Okay? So I want you to stand right here. This is like a layup. So in music, your job, here you go. You turn your face this way. You're going to be the one shooting there, Coach. Yeah. Your job, first of all, is just to make sure that ball doesn't go down there. Okay? So you're going to rebound for me. So in music, there's lots of layers to the onion. So when you first start getting a piece of music, the idea is just to play the right notes and rhythms. If you can play the right notes and rhythms, you got a good start. So that's kind of like a layup. Go ahead, Coach. Take a shot. All right, give it up for him. Yeah. But it doesn't stop there. So come on back a couple steps. There you go. We got to actually make sure that we play the right articulations, the right volume, the dynamics. All of those things are important too. It gets a little harder. Go for it, Coach. Oh, man. See? And this is a basketball coach. It's still tough. Oh, my goodness. All right, and so that's not it, though. Come on, take another step or two back there, Coach. So we also have to make sure we're playing with nice balance with our friends, that we're making sure that we can hear all the different parts. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of hard. Go for it, Coach. There we go. Oh, yeah. How are you? There we go. All of those things are important, but you notice it's not just one person on the stage playing, right? We have to play well with others. So now your job is to play defense, okay? All right, so you have to be able to play all of those things balanced, blended, perfectly in time with your neighbors. There's a lot of layers to this. Go for it, Coach. Come on, let's see. Yes! It's hard. Y'all give it up for Coach Curley and Emma. Thank y'all for doing these sports. It's really a challenging thing that we do. Thank you. That these students are doing, and I wanted you to kind of get a little glimpse into all the different things that they're doing. And I did that, and I use that analogy right now in this particular portion of the concert, because the next piece that we're going to play, With Each Sunset, it's a beautiful piece of music that was written to depict the moment, the precise moment when the sky just explodes each evening into God's handiwork. So I want you to listen, because this tune requires the students to pass melodies from one section to the other, handing it off. They have to listen before they ever, while they're counting their measures of rest, they're listening to what the other people are doing, so that when they can come in, it can be a seamless transition. And we don't have time change, we have color change, just like the sunset. I hope that you enjoy this. This is With Each Sunset. Well, we are going to do something for you now that we've never done before. Literally. Ever. Because I just gave it to them. When we go to music performance assessment on tomorrow, after we play our 3 pieces of music for the adjudicators, we'll go into another room, and a 4th adjudicator will listen to us play a piece of music for the very first time, ever. And they evaluate us. And they're judging us on a couple of things. They're judging me on whether or not I give them good instruction. They're judging them on how active they are in the learning process, and then after we've talked and sang and fingered all the way through the piece, after 6 minutes, we have to play it for the first time, and they evaluate our performance too. So we're going to give you a little sneak peek into sight reading. If you look on the back of your program, there is a copy of the trumpet music for this song. Okay? We're not going to sight read the entire piece. We're going to start at measure 51. In case you don't know, it's got a 5 and a 1, and it's in a square. So you can find it. If you don't know how to read music, then you're going to be really impressed, because we're going to play all those notes on that page. If you do know how to read music, then you're still going to be impressed, because you're going to follow along, and you're going to see that what they're doing and how it lines up. I gave you the trumpet part, so the trumpets have extra pressure. No pressure. But I'm going to turn around now, and I'm going to basically spend the next 3 minutes timing Mr. Brown. 3 minutes, and I'm going to give them a short, normally I have 6, but I also have twice as much music to go through, so I'm going to give you just a short little talk through it, and then we're going to play it for you and let you hear what it sounds like when we are actually musically literate students. We're performing something for the very first time. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is, what's the name of this song? I don't know. Fanfare Marching Caprice. All right. So I'm going to hold the microphone, and I'm going to turn my back to you. Don't take it personal, because now we got some work to do. Okay, Mr. Brown? Good. All right, so take a look at 51, everybody. What's the time signature at 51? 3/4. Does it ever change from there to the end? Does it ever change? Yes. Yes, it goes to common time. Tell me what measure? 83. All right, what major scale has this key signature? F, that's the right answer, F concert. So for the key of F, what's the tricky note? F sharp or E natural concert, F sharp for the trumpets, that's right. So it's E natural. So watch from 51 to the end, and every time you see an E concert, it's E natural. Show your neighbor how to finger E natural real quick. Make sure F sharps, B natural, second position. You gotta nail that, okay? Lots of really fun articulations through here, some staccato stuff. When you have a staccato, light and separated. If you have an accent, like 83, it's going to become like a fanfare, okay? Just make sure you bring those things out. And watch for your dynamics. It's very clearly marked. We have piano, play soft, all that kind of fun stuff, okay? So here you go. We're going to sing and finger through. This is measure 51 to the end. Yes, ma'am? Yes, there's solos. So 1. When there's a solo, it plays a solo. Make sense? Any other questions before we start singing? Okay, here we go. This is 51. We're going to go this fast. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1. That's how fast we're going to go. Okay? Here we go. Horns are up. You can finger, you can sing it, but you can't play it. And 1 and 2, 51. Let me hear you. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3. Baritone, 1 and a tenor sax. You also have that melody. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 3. Watch those dotted quarter notes. 2, 3, 1. Here's 59. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1 and a 2 and 3. 1 and a 2 and 3. I can't hear you. Can y'all sing louder, please? And 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 3 and 1, 2, 3. Hold this for 3 counts. Solo trumpet 1. 1 and a 2 and 3. Solo trumpet 2 and a 2 and alto 1. 1 and a 2 and clarinet. 1, 2, 3 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. Here's the high tempo, everybody. Go. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1. 1, 2, 3. Low reach. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1, 2. Gonna release on 3. 1, 2. Off. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, like a fanfare. 2 and 3 and a 4. 1, 2, and 3 and a 4. Get louder. 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Watch me for the fermata and release. Got it? Any questions? All right, here we go. Yes. 67. You have 3 measures of rest. Is that good? Yeah, the other clarinets have more than that. All right, here we go, friends. This is 51. Make me proud. Here we go. Ready? I think they got a 1. What do you think? That was impressive, yeah? Yeah. That's fantastic. Super fun. Super proud of them. That's a lot of pressure. So as we get ready to play our last piece, just a couple more thank yous. Thank you to Mr. Brown. You see him running around. Y'all give Mr. Brown a big old round of applause. It is fun having a partner in crime. And especially during MPA season, we got a lot of plates spinning right now because we're getting ready for MPA, but y'all don't know, but we're also planning the field show for next fall. And so there's lots going on, and our conversations bounce from one thing to the next, and it's just a super, super exciting time to have Mr. Brown here with us at Broadway. We're grateful for you, buddy. Just want to thank all of our superintendent and administrators, Mr. Steiner, Dr. Brower, Mr. Gray, Mrs. Holliday, such a supportive administrative team. Y'all give them a big round of applause. Our fine arts team, all that really bad Photoshop of mine and Mr. Brown's face next to John Philip Sousa. The fine arts team helped me out with that today on a whim, and just so grateful for the visual art, the musical arts, the dramatic arts, the entire art staff here. It's a lot of fun to work with people who love the Lord and love children and love to the idea of redeeming the arts for Christ. And this is an exciting place to be. I just have to pinch myself sometimes to remind myself that I get to do this for the right reasons. It's so exciting. I just want to also offer a word of congratulations real quick. So we recognized Bryce, one of our junior high students, but we also had a high school student audition for All-State, and he made both All-District and the All-State band. So won't you help me congratulate Daniel Milton on that? That is a big deal, and we're going to have more and more of those students here at Barwood in the coming years. I just know it. We have one last piece for you. It's entitled Joy in All Things, and this has just got the best story behind it. So the piece of music was written as a gift to a retiring band director. The school alma mater was written to the hymn, "Come Christians Join to Sing." In addition to that fact, this band director had just a motto, a little mantra that he said often, and it was, "We're going to do this with joy, with a capital J." That was kind of his thing. And so when it came time for him to retire, the band students and the band parents said, "We want to honor him for his service by commissioning a piece of music." So unknown to the band director, they contacted Mr. Balmages, who wrote this piece, and they said, "We want you to write a piece of music. We want it to be themed around the idea of our alma mater, Come Christian Join to Sing, and we want it to be just filled with joy." And they rehearsed it without him knowing. In fact, the composer came to the school one day. They worked it out with the principal. The principal was going to call the band director out of band rehearsal and keep him out of the band hall for one entire rehearsal so that the composer could sneak in and rehearse the piece with the students so that they could surprise him at his last concert. So they get to the last concert and they say, "Mr. Band Director, you need to go sit down. We want to perform something for you." They bring the composer out and they premiere this piece. Now, in the middle of the piece, because it gets better, in the middle of the piece, there's a flute duet where they present the hymn tune. And there's, in some cases, you can do the flute duet with one player off stage. The band director's daughter was a flute major at college. And they start performing the piece, and they get to the middle. And he looks to his wife and says, "I just wish my daughter could be here to hear this beautiful piece of music." And they get to the duet, and there's an off-stage flute. And guess who's playing it? It's his daughter. She's playing the flute off stage, and as soon as she plays a note, he's like, "That's her," because he can just tell by her tone quality. So the world premiere performance is a complete and total surprise, and even his daughter is in on it. And so they get to the end, and he's undone because this is a really cool piece of music. You're going to really enjoy it. But what a great story, and what a beautiful hymn to celebrate, and just to finish this concert, this portion of the concert, with joy in all things. so much. We're going to take just a minute, and we're going to all move to the gym, and there's some reception with some cake and some refreshments. Go and make yourself comfortable. Give us about 5 minutes, and the jazz band will kick it off at 8 o'clock. Thanks so much.